Hey, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to Commander's Journey. What am I talking about? Well, today they finally updated a bunch of things, including where's the message actually that I already clicked on? The Commander's Journey update. So this was the stuff that was mentioned on the blog post from a couple of days ago that they released at night, talking about how they're going to be restructuring a lot of the new player experience, how they're going to be restructuring the early game, things like that. And they've made, well, you can see it here. They've made some updates to the locations of characters and shards. They've changed things like the orbs, I believe, as well, because they're basically kind of trying to shift minions out and away, which is a lot of the early campaign stuff. So if you noticed, and if you've been playing any of the boosted account stuff that I've been doing, then you'll have noticed that, yeah, like there's minions everywhere. So now all that stuff has changed. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at exactly what has changed, what you can find on the new nodes, and what's kind of cool and not that happened today. Also, before we get into it, may have been launched a little bit early. I don't know, but now you can find them. They're not there. There's no kits, but now in game, you can see the models for Iron Patriot, for the Leader, and for Big Bad Mephisto himself. Dark Dimension 7. You can see the shard cost as well. This might be subject to change. I don't know. Not for Mephisto, but for the others, it might be 100 shards for Leader and 100 shards for Iron Patriot. So we'll talk about that and more in today's video. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to go through the campaigns. I want to take a look at especially the early heroes, villains, and Nexus, and what characters have changed with the minions being gone. So Black Panther has been added to Heroes 1.9. I don't remember which minion was on which node, but I'll tell you because I'm doing this on my baby or my new boosted baby account. You know who wasn't there, right? Mysterio's still there. Gamora added to 2.6. I think a lot of these characters are characters that were maybe in other orbs or other stores, Blitz store, Arena store, Raid store, that kind of stuff, and may have been transplanted onto the nodes. Heroes 2.6 for Gamora, that is new. Heroes 3, Cap Sam at 3.3. That's interesting. He's obviously a little bit outside the meta, but still a decent character for that early on, which is pretty surprising, actually. Venom at 3.9. I think this is new. This is definitely new. Because I'm running up to chapter 5, I think, in my baby boosted account, and Venom was not farmable. Beast on 4.6. Doctor Strange, on 4.9. But hey, these defenders actually, so you can use him for the Doc Ock early campaign. That's pretty awesome. Cabal on 5.3, Iceman 5.6, and Squirrel Girl on 5.9. And I think I don't think I have access to this right now, but Captain America again on 6.9 heroes, Emma Frost on 6.6, and I don't know this. Yeah, I think this is still a new stuff. So heroes, yeah. So that's pretty good. 7. Oh, it keeps going actually. You can get Firestar on 7. Now 7 is a lot harder though. This is much higher level stuff. But yeah, now Firestar is also in here at 7.3. So that's a pretty big change. Let's take a look at villains early on, see what has changed. We got Shang-Chi at villains 1.3. That's huge. Juggernaut 1.6. Most of these not so great. Sabretooth, it's okay. But these are early villains that you can unlock. I think Sabretooth might be a 1-star unlock. So these are characters that you could use in your immediate, like as soon as you start the game. So this is pretty good for that reason. We have Hela at 3.9. Very good early game character. So this is a huge improvement. Such a great time to start a new account, or if you're recently new to Marvel Strike Force, then to do that boosted account stuff that I was talking about in my previous videos. Go take a look at that if you're curious more about that. Regular Ghost Rider, not so great. Mighty Thor, Nebula, 5.9, that's pretty good. You can farm Nebula early on, that's pretty good. 6, we got Morbius and Rescue on a node. That's a little bit different. This is a little bit higher level, though. Villain 6 is higher level. And what else do we got? U.S. Agent and Gwenpool in Villains Chapter 7. This is a lot higher, though, just like Heroes. Let's take a look at Nexus. Start at 1. So I have Chapters 1 and 2 Nexus available right now. We have Green Goblin. I don't think that's changed. Moon Knight, not really a big deal. Winter Soldier, not really a big deal. Iron Fist, not really a big deal. Same with Drax. Thing, maybe. Maybe, because the new Avengers. But other than that, let's see what else is there. Black Widow got moved. I'm pretty sure. Sorry. I think Black Widow was very early on in the villains campaign. So now she's shifted, and this is a bit higher level. That's a little bit unfortunate. Star-Lord T'Challa. Two Psylocke. Was it two Psylocke notes? Did I see? Moondragon on Nexus 5. I don't think she was there before, so that should be pretty okay to farm for a cosmic character if you need for Infinity Watch. Phantom X is there as well. We have Ghost Spider at 6-3, but that's a little bit higher level. Electro. Oh. Electro on a 7-3 node? That's gross. Caps, not Cap Sam, World War II Cap at the end there on 7-9, and a lot of the invaders actually, in fact, and Mockingbird. So what I am horrified about to look at, how much of the store has changed. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look starting with Blitz in terms of who is in there now, what's happened. Let's take a look at the orb. I heard the orb has changed. No, maybe not. No, maybe they were the same. Okay, all the minions are gone. Silver Surfer's in here now. Actually, there's a lot of characters that were never in here before. So Mockingbird's still in there. Let's just take a look at the supplies then. Silver Surfer was never in the Blitz store. I'm almost certain Silver Surfer was never in the Blitz store. Neither was Valkyrie, I don't think. But Sunfire was. They changed a lot of this stuff around, I think. I don't remember some of these characters being in here. Namor, Rescue, these were all in here. A lot of these were in here, but some of them, correct me if if this was different, but I'm glad that they're out of the Blitz Orb. All the minions are just at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, the Blitz Orb's there. If you take a look again, they have no minions, which is great, which means that this is a good time to be opening your Blitz Orbs. You're still getting the gold on the side, so that's great. Pretty big improvement there. Let's take a look at the raid store. Let's take a look at the store. Actually, let's just go into the orbs because I know that you're not going to see everyone in there anyways. I can't remember the full list. This looks to be the same list, but what I assume is they just took out the minions, and that was that, which is great and also sad because I just blew 10 raid orb openings on my baby account, and there were minions in there. So it's a lot better time to pull the raid orbs now because you're not going to get the shitty minions in here. Was Braun always a raid character? Maybe I just forget all of the characters that actually were in the store. Anyways, the raid orb is there as well. So everything was just, the minions were just pulled out, which is great. Arena, I'm assuming the same thing happened. Not that you really should be pulling arena orbs that much, but all the minions appear to be gone. And in terms of the supplies, it looks about the same, I think, here. I don't think they've really updated the cost for any of them either, but then most likely they're all going to be at the bottom. Minions are all at the bottom. So that's really good. This is a really good improvement. The nodes, I'm not sure. There were some characters in the nodes like Black Widow who had early access, but I think on a whole, it's probably a lot better in terms of that. I do want to double check. Oh, that's my free claim. I do want to double check that if there was anything here that I missed. Alongside reducing the requirements of some legendaries, several characters have had their star unlocked requirements reduced. So this is what they were talking about with regards to Adam Warlock, Ebony Maw, and Omega Red. So it'll be a lot easier for newer players to unlock that as well, which is really great. I'm so glad that they decided to do this. You can get some free resources in here for that as well. So really big improvement. One thing that I do want to note really quickly here before, I don't think there's a lot left to talk about, but I'm going to dig further. I don't think there's much. I don't think this was meant to come out. Iron Patriot, the leader in Mephisto. We talked about this early on. Obviously, we know Mephisto is going to be in Dark Dimension 7. The leader and Iron Patriot is part of this new Cabal team, which is, going to be after the stuff that we have right now with Out of Time. I thought this was going to be a brand new patch, aka 7.8 or whatever the number ends up being, and that's where we would see it there. Obviously, there's no kit information here, though, so it is what it is. We could just stare at a fancy. Do you like the look of the characters? I guess we could talk about that, right? It basically looks like another Iron Man suit, honestly. Yeah, okay. It's slightly cooler, but otherwise, yeah, it's basically an Iron Man suit. The leader, though, something that I'm interested in to know more about, especially when it comes to what they actually do. Namor is going to be on that team as well, but other than that, we don't have a ton of information. Now, before we close off, I wanted to mention something in regards to the February month-long event. Go to your web store. There's a free claim on there. They'll give you 15,000 currency. Now, I wanted to talk about this because people were asking me, are we going to clear free-to-play the 600K? My answer is, I'm not sure, but they may be noticing that we are short currency. This is why we got 15,000 today. And we're now only short about 8,000. So there's a good possibility that between now and the closure of this event that we may still hit the 600K. But in terms of where that's going to come from, we don't really know at this point. And so that would be the only other thing that I would have to say about that. And there's not very many days left. There's 4 days. So I hope we do, because there's stuff in there that I want. There's namely the G18 bio upgrades as well. So let me know what you think about the changes. Also, like I said, the now is a great time to play Marvel and play Marvel Strike Force and start Marvel Strike Force. Try to get a boosted account because it's going to make a significant amount of difference. I'm having a load of fun on my account, and there's going to be some updates probably over the weekend. I think probably on Saturdays, I'm going to be doing weekly recaps of my boosted Boilon progress because I'm having a lot of fun with my boosted Boilon alliance. So otherwise, have a great rest of your day, everybody. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. And I'll see y'all later. Good luck on Sword Satellite and finishing the rest of the stuff regarding Black Knight. We may also have a conversation over the weekend regarding this release. But until then, I'll see you on the next video, which is going to be the blog tomorrow.